Thor is chosen once a century. Mjolnir comes in many forms, but each is a tool and each tailored to its wielder's job. Which explains why Derek in accounting found a new, fancy pen at his desk one day. No one knew how to approach Derek. He was just one of those people that existed in the background of an office, like an office plant or water cooler. No one disliked him or anything, they just didn't know how to start a conversation with the man. They would approach his desk, only to find him buried in a spreadsheet or pile of documents, unresponsive to the world outside of his work. Some of his braver colleagues would try to start a conversation, only to find that task too taxing, giving up before he could even give them a mutter of acknowledgement. Perhaps that's why Mjolnir favored him? A man that dedicated deserved some assistance with his work, so he was granted the mighty pen of Mjolnir. A pen that glided along paper like skates on ice. Knocky, knock. Lisa smiled, tapping the gray wall of his cubicle. Lisa had always tried to appear friendly when she greeted Derek, even bringing him a small chocolate bar as an offering for what she was about to ask him. Hey, I know you're super busy, Derek, and I don't mean to cause you any more headaches, but I'm a little concerned about my latest pay slip. Derek paused his crime podcast, pulling his headphones out. Mjolnir was fantastic. With this new pen, his job felt like a day at the spa, able to multitask with maximum efficiency. Getting to enjoy all the tasks he never usually had time for. Yes, Lisa? Did I make a mistake? Derek knew it was impossible for him to make a mistake, especially with Mjolnir in his hands, yet he still said it in the hopes it would make him sound more down-to-earth and approachable. I believe so. Here. A chocolate? She muttered, staring at the honeycomb bar in her hand, wearing a confused expression like she wasn't sure why she had been holding it. Placing the chocolate on his desk, she expressed her concerns. I know you always try to look out for us, but this pay slip's all wrong. It says I'm earning an extra 30 grand this year. That's correct, Derek stated, wondering if that was all she wanted to ask. Correct? She stammered, trying to figure out how any of that could be correct. It's an extra 30 grand. There's no way I'm earning that. No one's spoken to me about a pay rise. Was there an email I missed? No email needed. The company said if I could save them $5 million this year, they would let me increase the wages of our department. A few adjustments to our books and a clever switching of manufacturers for certain elements of our business, and I was about to save $10 million. Double their asking amount. Which means you should be entitled to another 30 grand on top of the current amount. Although I'll need to discuss that with our boss. Lisa didn't know what to say. She had gone to accounting expecting to have the extra money ripped away from her hands, instead she was told it would double soon. She stayed quiet before her eyes watered. You don't know how much this means to me, she said, almost tackling Derek out of his office chair as she hugged him. Derek didn't know what to do when she squeezed him into her embrace, only softly patting her back in response. Finally, I can take some time off. I won't need to work those extra shifts. I can go watch my girls play soccer. I'm glad. Was all Derek said, giving a soft smile. Would you like some chocolate? While it felt rude to offer her gift back, Derek thought she needed it more. Lisa nodded, clutching the bee mascot on the wrapper, holding the chocolate to her chest. You care about us a lot, don't you? Even though we don't talk to you that much. Lisa stared at her shoes, almost feeling like she didn't deserve his kindness. While that thought circled her mind, Derek looked up at her, continuing to grin. Of course I care. Everyone here makes an effort to say hi to me. I understand I'm not the most approachable person, so I appreciate the thought. The gesture alone makes me happy. Derek held a box of tissues up for Lisa, who quickly accepted 2 of them. I'm glad. I'm glad you see the effort. She dabbed her eyes with the tissue, still lingering in the cubicle. Why don't you grab lunch with us all this Friday? We'll pay. Derek looked at his phone screen, seeing that he still had 12 hours left on the Huntridge Ice Killer episode of his favorite podcast. He had hoped to get through it by the end of his work week, but perhaps the Ice Killer could wait. I'll be there. Just send me the details. When Lisa left his cubicle, he got up, heading to get some tea. Rounding the corner of his cubicle, he spotted a line of his coworkers, each one holding their pay slips in the same confused manner in which Lisa had previously held hers. Perhaps I should have put it in an email, he sighed, inviting them into his cubicle.